All right, we are live. Hey, how's it going? I'm Mike Piet with Brian Fleming, and we're going to talk about some YouTube ads. I just got some data. I spent $34,000 for a client, Vince Delmonte, who sells fitness programs. We can take a look at his ad right away. Then I can show you the metrics. And after it was all said and done, it was average cart value was 30, and it was $37 per conversion. So I ended up losing $7 per sale and lost a total of $6,000. Now, he also just did a launch with his supplement company where he made over $20,000 in a few days with all the leads. So it was definitely not profitable in the front end, but then he definitely is making it up to some degree in the back end. But I looked at the data and I found out that the campaign that spent $34,000 and lost $6,000, it could have been $3,000 profit. So we could have had the first segment be profitable instead of losing it and then have to make it up later with another product launch or selling something else. So I got all the data and I have probably about 3 super big insights and then some action steps how to use it. So Brian, and also you on the call as well, leave a comment below what you think of the data. And yeah. Any questions or thoughts before we get into it, Brian? I'll share my screen.
Mike, so you're going to walk us through kind of the history of what you did and how it got set up and going, and then what kind of transpired from it. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, I'll first just show you the ad. Let's see.
Okay. Now, did you make this ad or was it provided to you?
He did. He makes all the ads. Yeah, I don't really have much to say.
He gives you the ads. He just says run them.
What was that?
He just gives you the creatives and he just says run these and you do the
basically one main creative.
Okay.
So not even like a few. So we'll just go to one of them. Dude, you're gonna go crazy over this data afterwards. I gotta show you some crazy stuff, but
all right.
Yeah, let's just preview it just to get the context of what the hell was added. And this is the same video; it never changed. Now, there's a lot of freaking caveats, like he changed from ClickFunnels, so a few different design things got changed halfway through, and things like that. But this ad stayed consistent throughout.
Hold on with what you just said. Back up a sec. He switched over from ClickFunnels.
Yes.
Why?
Because he got a new builder, like a new person that wanted to track everything, and they wanted everything in ClickFunnels for like tracking.
And then this person does not want to be in ClickFunnels anymore?
No, Vince still is using ClickFunnels. He just switched over. He was using a regular site like halfway through this.
Oh, okay.
This was a 3-month period.
ClickFunnels. I thought you said he left ClickFunnels. That's what I want to
know. No, he's still
sorry about that.
Now, I'm not sure if you're going to hear like a double of this or what. So let me know.
2-minute video.
This 30-week muscle building program has helped tens of thousands of guys all over the world pack on drug-free muscle. We are ready to build muscle without drugs, without supplements, and in less time. And let's get going today. Let's start living large. Let's do this.
And then, yeah, you can click over to the thing, and that goes to his order form. Now, a crazy thing, I did this right in the beginning. I tested it with just a minute, and it would end there. And that was about $90 for a book conversion. And then as soon as I switched over to having a 1 minute so people have time to click, then it got to be, it was down to $30 a conversion.
All right, let me just unpack what you said real quick.
Okay.
You got the original video from them, which was 1 minute, right?
Correct.
And you ran that, and it was getting $90 a conversion on a $30 product. Not good.
Correct.
Then you said, hey, I'm going to put this graphic, which I'm just guessing you made in, what tool did you use to make that?
Google Slides.
Google Slides, that's it. And then you cut it out with Snagit. You just left it on the video with, let it add a minute to the back.
Yep.
And that brought the conversions down by 3x because it gave time to click.
That single thing, correct.
And then how do you get those clicks to work? You put like a click box over it with a URL, and then you just leave it in the video. Is that how you do it?
Oh yeah, you just put this in the back end. So this, and then this one is also the headline. So if you look at, so if I go to edit ad, it's super simple. You just put the video in. This is for in-stream. Nothing's much changed except for when you're doing a CPA type of bid, they give you this new thing that, because you could always kind of use these things, but it's a little bit nicer. Plus they have this one over here. And this is the companion banner.
Right.
So this thing,
talked about those, yeah.
Yeah, this thing really has shown. And dude, a crazy thing for Vince's, what I found was that no companion banner worked best for him. So when there's no companion banner, YouTube actually generates 3 videos. They call it a video wall, and they generate that. And
so if you don't put a companion banner in, all right, I want to take notes on this, Mike.
Like, yeah, I've tested different banners. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, first insight.
Then is, yeah, his offer is book. And we're still just setting the stage to all this.
Insight number 2 was sometimes no companion banner is better.
Correct.
Okay.
Especially if I had to guess why. And for other clients, it's not true because Vince always has like good thumbnails, but they auto generate like 3 different videos. So
it's funny when you say that, because when I look at the companion banner, what I notice is Vince's profile picture and the button free book.
Yeah.
Like the graphic like just blurs out to me, but I zero in on his picture. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the ad you ran.
Yep. Yeah, and I could show you. We tried one with like social proof. This one actually worked the best. But then going back, I realized that the no companion banner actually worked better. I just never really looked at the data. A lot of this stuff I was like, wow, I didn't look at. So it's like, I know so much more now. But yeah, so now we saw the ad, and basically I can kind of cut to the chase.
Yeah.
What the big insight was. Let's see where it is. Okay. No, this is not it. Okay. So basically, level 1 is that most people don't know that you can now, off of parental status, well, actually, we'll start with demographics.
Okay.
I'll go to back to his account. I should have put it on the same one. So Vince's demographics. So they give you age, gender, and you can see exactly how, let me get rid of the segment. So each one converts different. Like 18 to 24-year-olds were converting at $51. 55 to 64-year-olds, 45. Unknown, 22. 65 plus were $13. That's for a book sale.
Weird that the older ones were so inexpensive, huh?
But that's not a lot of data. You could look at like a better campaign. Let's see here. Because this is for all time. So individual ad groups. Let's do mobile. Okay. New book ad. Yeah, this one. Okay. So this one I restarted with like all the best demographic combinations.
Okay.
Cost per conversion. Let's see, all time.
Do you know when you made that change?
I mean, I do. There's a change history. So it's like I can go back and look at all this stuff because I did a bunch of crazy stuff, but it's like 30 different targeting changes.
Right.
1 ad change, 2 bid change. So I look back through all this, and it's like,
I
can kind of, because a lot of the campaigns, like changed and stuff throughout time, just based off. I don't know if you do that too, but like you keep creating new campaigns based off like new things you learned.
Yeah, you do. And the one thing I noticed you're doing that I did with PC Tattletale is you're really just looking at cost per conversion. You don't care what the cost per click is necessarily.
Correct. Yep.
Just cost per conversion.
Yeah. I don't know why this one has. Let's see. All campaigns.
So, Mike, is this campaign running right now?
It is, but it's everything's at 1 cent because I'm like, because a lot of the data when I'm crunching it, you can just do like just based off the enabled ads. So these are all the campaigns for the book funnel. So yeah, there's other campaigns with like we tested a quiz funnel, but yeah, dude, $34,000 here. Yeah, 30,000 clicks.
Wow.
$1.13 a click. But yeah, 910 book sales. Cost per book sale, like I said, was $37. Now, level 1 is if you go to like, let's say, so demographics. And I wish there was account view. Yeah, account view will sum these all up together. So let's see. So yeah, 18 to 24, $28, 25 to 34, $30, 35 to 44, $27, 45 to 54, $26, 55, 64 at $25. And then gender, obviously, it was just males, so we never had females going. Just the males. I don't know why.
So this campaign's doing good, right? $27 a conversion.
Well, actually, that's another thing too. Like I'm still working on knowing all this. There was also so this is in this campaign. Let's see what. No, this is all campaigns. 27. Yes. So watch this then. Segment. Here's what got fucked up, dude. Tracking got fucked up halfway through. Also, and then when it hits his quiz funnel, that counts as a campaign. You're going to be amazed by this. If you hit, so you have to hit segment. Filter columns. Where is, oh, you can't segment on this view. Okay. I got to go to a campaign level. You still can't segment. Let's see. Ad group.
Oh, because after they sign up, there's a second campaign to sell them the other offers?
No, there's also opt-in form. So then it counts that as your conversion. It counts both.
I see. Okay.
So something really weird. I mean, you probably know better, but you do conversion action, and then so I guess let's say let's do by conversions. So there's 1,219 conversions and only 910 actual book sales. So okay, so look at this. So this campaign right here. So fills out opt-in page, got 46 conversions. So when they count conversions, they're counting everything. So in this campaign, it says 315.
Oh, right, yeah.
Then purchase book, which is actually, so this one is 29 for this campaign. So and then they say 140. So yeah, so then 46. So they add all these together and then they divide it. So it says 27, or like this one. So this one says the next one.
I know how you fix that.
$10 a conversion, but it's actually, well, that one's pretty good, 14. And then this one was 45 a book sale conversion, but then yeah, it says like 34. So you think you're a lot closer, but it's actually counting these other people that opted in, and you can't delete this data. And then I accidentally had like a second tracking link, so it counted like the sales, counting the sales twice, and then yeah, it totals them up here unless you segment. So I was thinking, oh, it was $34 a book sale, but really it was 45 a book sale when I segment it. And then sometimes, yeah, I'll have If I'm on a different tab, like the main campaign, I'll actually make a custom column, do a conversion, and then segment, so like make my own column so I know that's a book sale. But other than that, do these other like different, like you're in demographics right now in this section, you just can't do it that way, so you have to segment. So if I ever had, well, when I have like leads and sales coming in, you really got to segment all this stuff or else it adds it all up, you know? You think it's less.
That is crazy.
Yeah, because then it really wouldn't be getting this many sales. So it's, yeah, you got to segment to watch. So that's a big insight. And then, yeah, like household income, that will be different and stuff. And then if you go to campaigns, you can go to, like, you can segment here time, like hour of day. So you'll see, let's see. So this will be for each campaign. So let's look at, so we're looking at the cost per book sale. I mean, this isn't a lot of data, but I have it, the data for like the entire account, just to show you how it differs. Like at 1 o'clock, it's $12, then 2 o'clock, $63, and then $41, 25. There's 5 of them at 4 a.m. for 25. Then at 5 a.m., there was 3 sales for 64 each. So you can see it's actually this. And I'll give you some insight how they're start giving you data. Like, so if you go to ad schedules, when you would see this kind of stuff, so they always, and then day's another one too. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, each day actually converts differently. Like Monday for this campaign, 15 a conversion, that's 74 conversions. And then Tuesday, 34 conversions at 28. It's more than double. Wow. So like the different days. So then you have your hours of different days, so 24. But here's where they start. This is something new that they start giving you, which is the segment of Thursday. And so you can do the day and the hour. And it's like I showed you actually the last call.
Yeah, what's your most your best days and hours? Lowest cost per conversion.
So yeah, then I had to redo all of this with the actual conversion data, because then I did it with all the conversion. It was messing it up. So I had to do it with conversions. But so if you just segmented by hour, and his thing is, so green's $30 and under, and red's above $30. So if I just segmented by hour, I actually couldn't get it profitable, no matter what I did. Yes, it would improve it if I picked 35. I got 50 for $35 at 1,800, and then 1,900. I got 46 for 38. So I could stop 38 to get a little better improvement, but only 1 hour with that way. And then same with days. If you just segmented days by, yes, Sunday is $38 a book sale, Monday is 33, Tuesday is 40. So yes, I could stop those 135 sales I got for $40, but then I'd still be not profitable. I'd still be better. So the thing is, if you picked all the times and the days, because each time and day is different, when you look at it that way, it's almost like a new segment. Or another phrase of saying it, when you look at one segment, you're actually being too general, because noon on Monday is way different than noon on Saturday, and noon on Friday is way different than it is on Monday and Sunday. Like, and then Wednesday's even different. Like, so that's what I'm finding. Like, it's like look at like, so like this day, Tuesday, you get 9 sales at like about $40, and then as soon as 1,500 hits, 15 at 26. So it's like, well, whatever reason, I mean, the data is showing this. And yes, this is like a little small of book sales, but it took like thousands and thousands of impressions just to get that sale, and then thousands of views, and then also clicks. So it's like that is a lot more data segmented, that you can see these different things. It's shown to literally, I mean, it's over 1 million views, and I don't even know how many impressions. Let's see, so total campaign. Let's turn off the segment. Yeah, so impressions, 3,526,000, and then 856,000 views total.
Jeez.
To get these 910 book sales. And then, yeah, so the total, so 37, so we lost $7 each. So if you do the math on that, order main comparison. So if there's no other optimizations, he lost 6,000. We spent 34,000. He made revenue 27,000. So he lost 6,000. So we'll skip these kind of other ad things in the beginning. So if you just did age, yes, you could get closer. So each of these, I segmented each one, then started adding them together. And I would say, what's the average? So it's always 37. It's always 910 sales. It's always $34,000 spent to get that $37 cost per book sale. But then I would only pick the best. Like this one has B7, B6, B5. So I only picked like the 38, the 36, the 32, and then like wouldn't pick the 99, wouldn't pick the 39. And then I would do the difference between them. So I could improve the overall average conversion rate if I just did these certain things. But again, I still couldn't be profitable. It's still not in the green. But then when I take age and do things like this one's a really crazy one, age and day of week. So not only can you say, you know, just Sunday, Monday, Tuesday work, but what age room, what age group, because on Sunday is actually way different to an 18-year-old than a 25 to 30-year-old Sunday. And Sunday for 35 to 40 is way different. It changes throughout the years what we do on these days, which was, yeah, that blew my mind. Like how, yeah, on Monday, you know, 18 to 24-year-olds, they don't like them. Got 12 sales for 38. But then 25 to 34-year-olds on Monday, they like that Monday. And so for whatever reason, we got 41 for 25. So it's like, would only optimize for that. Then where it gets really crazy is where you can do age, day of week, and then things like parental status and even device. Because I started saying device and these other things didn't work, and parental and these other things. So I started 2x2, and eventually, yeah, I got to 4x4. So this one's pretty crazy. This one's going to have a difference of 15 difference of picking all the best days, and either on the desktop or mobile, what age group they are, whether they're parent or not a parent. Because for a parent, it's different, the days, you know, and the device for each one. So then going back to this, I started saying, okay, well, which one's the most important? And and location too. Like, okay, so location is another really good one. That's like kind of like the trifecta. Like, of course, I mean, most people don't even do this. I didn't even do this before. I mean, I didn't do this until I really noticed that different states convert at different amounts. So like Georgia got 150 for 36, while some of these other ones, Connecticut 14 at 28, Arizona 14 at 27. But then again, you can take the location and day of week, because in New York, a Sunday is different than it is in California. Or this is just for the book sales. I don't know why this one's not formatted, but you can add these dimensions and see, and they start giving you this stuff. I mean, they basically, this is how I got this, is actually because you can't just take two columns and then merge them together. It's not how dimensions work. And then this tool really allows me to do a lot of these different ones. It's this new reporting that got a huge makeover is done. This is like way different than anything I've ever seen, is where you can add these segments like this. So you can take your things and do them side by side and just play around with the different combinations. And you can really do a lot of crazy stuff. Like, yeah, this one was that age, parental status, and also device and day of week. I just got rid of other and tablets. I don't really use that once I copied it over to the spreadsheet. But yeah, this is some crazy stuff that I can do now.
So what are the most important combinations?
Well, I'm still showing this tool that you can just add any like factor here, and then it can like take it. So you can, I should have started with the basic, but conversion, cost per conversion. Let's just put cost here. Oh, I got a conversion action on, that's why I didn't have that one. But yeah, you can do like anything, like day of week, location, day, hour. That way you can split it. And then, yeah, like hour. So each hour converts it differently, but also then once you put it, let's see. Once you put this other dimension, then the hour and thing, they're like new combinations, like when you combine like an atom or something, you know? So yeah, going back to what's the most important. Basically, if you can fit all of them in there, that'd be ideal, but you can't do all of that, because then you'd be creating a lot of campaigns. So like the best that I got here was, yeah, so day of week, age, and parental status, and what device they're on. So that had the biggest difference in conversion. I would have got 343 sales for $21.90. So that would have made 10,000 in revenue and 2,784. And an interesting insight I got here too was this one was pretty good up there. It made 775 sales and 29 cost per conversion. So it almost made double sales, but since the cost per conversion was higher, it actually only made 760 versus the 2,784. So I could see like, so even if you made double the sales as me, if my cost per conversion was lower, that means I'm generating a more revenue per time and I can make more profits. I mean, think about what if it's $1 million sale, but you paid $1 million, you know, to get it. Well, then how good of a sale is it really, you know?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on these dimension things?
All right. Yeah, a couple. The first one is, so let's say you optimized it down to $10 a conversion. You find all these combinations, right?
Yep.
And you get down to $10 a conversion, but what you find is there's only enough traffic to support 10 book sales. What do you do next? Because now you're going to have a scaling problem.
Well, you're basically, that's part of like picking the market that's actually big enough. So a fitness thing, there's like a lot of traffic. There's tons of videos on it. So the scale is pretty huge. Same with business topics. There's obviously tons of business owners on there. Hair. I mean, you basically gotta get a topic that's built in, because then there's a lot of different ways to target them, whether on the exact video or audiences, search ads, side ads, in-stream ads, topics, keywords. So there's a few different ways to target them. So I would say this is going to be as big as your market, like, you know, that's on YouTube. Yeah. So you're going to have to somehow deal with that.
So then do you say my target cost per conversion is $20, just arbitrary $20. And me as an advertiser, I'm going to try to get you as many conversions as I can for $20. Now I can get them cheaper for $10 a conversion, but I can't get you like as many. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
I always ran into that. Every campaign I ran into that, where you got a small group of audience that converts really well. And then as you go to scale it, or you start letting in more fat, because you do want to spend the budget and you do want to show 900 book sales and not 200, you know. Vince probably would have been a little pissed if over all this time you spent $3,000 to make them 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, definitely at the end of the day, I think it is profit. But yeah, you could argue, yeah, you could do more with the 775, like, yeah, sell them the supplements and stuff next, you know?
It's really a huge takeaway, that second part you said at the beginning of the call, that he did lose money on these, but because he has a good back end and he's in a market that's capable of supporting a back end, not all are, he could bring in other products, and these emails are still worth a lot of value, and he'll probably get his money back regardless.
Yeah. But isn't it interesting though that just changing like all these targeting things can make the ad profitable versus like new offer, new landing page, new ad?
Yeah, Mike, my second observation was, as you were going through all these, I was thinking to myself, you know, it really feels almost too complicated for a human to do, right? Because like you said, there's so many factors. It seems like an AI kind of problem, right?
Yes.
And I remember Google Ads has a thing where you can set a target bid price and it will go out and get conversions at that price. But the problem I ran into is I didn't have enough conversions to really get it to dial in. And that might be something, because it looks like that's the problem they're trying to solve here, is this AI algorithm can find all these variables and really tune it on the fly. Whereas people, we're pretty limited, you know?
Well, that's actually that way of cost per acquisition just bids basically just to optimize the bid and not actually find new customers. So it's still going to do your set whatever defined parameters of a customer email list or topics. It's just going to like bid if that person's following those parameters. So it actually doesn't like go out like that. There is targeting, obviously, like Facebook has, and then YouTube, Google has that, but that's actually not available for the actual like video ads, like the three main like actually using video ads. You could do like the display ads that have that option on YouTube.com.
I think I was doing search ads.
Yeah.
And what it would do is it would like auto bid my campaigns to get the cost per conversion at like $20, right? Or at least it would attempt to do that. It would manipulate the bids on the fly, like you said.
Right. Was it going out finding new customers? There's like a difference in those type of ones that like will find new ones.
It had that option, but I really didn't feel comfortable turning it loose. And
yeah,
would inevitably
happen too. Is that like, dude? Always when I put in keywords and topics, like always my custom selected videos do better, because like. Yeah, I mean, I'm a human selecting these things. So with this thing, I'm thinking ideally, yeah, there'd be some sort of AI, but I feel like, yeah, AdWords isn't actually doing it. But like if I can see all these things, and then yeah, somehow I was thinking maybe a software, but that'd be a lot of work. But
yeah,
you have to structure it, because the other piece of this equation too is that while YouTube shows you like like age and parental status and location, day of the week, you actually can't do combinations like that. You can only pause a whole state or pull or a whole day. You can't actually do day and state, which is really crazy. So I gotta refresh this. So basically, I haven't seen
break it out into different campaigns.
Yeah, you have to do one of those things. You really have to. Like, I'm sure there's some people out there that have done it, but I haven't seen like anything on it. But yeah, it's definitely a crazy structure where you're going to have your campaigns that are all going to be different states and also age groups. So you just pick like 2 age groups and then maybe do like 50 states. So that's going to be 100 campaigns. Pick like 1 device in the beginning. And then, yeah, within your campaign, it'll track day, hour, week, and then you can pause it within that. Placement groups. You could just stick all these together still. Maybe you would have like different groups, your different type of stuff you're targeting, different like ways. So yeah, it'd still be like 2,100, I think, ad groups just based off those, but it's 100 times 21. So it'd still be a lot of ad groups and then 100 campaigns and then whatever in each one, 21 in each one. But then you can like do things like if you clear, you can like do like account level like exclusions with keywords and placements. So then you would use them, and it's just would be this really like intricate way. So the pros would be obviously you're going to get like the most defined thing, because if you just shut off a day or just shut off you may not be totally profitable still, or B, you may turn off too much traffic and then it gets too narrow. So
yeah,
you still get more leaving it wider, because you don't cut off the whole state. You just different days or just certain cities. Like you go more granular.
Yeah, crazy.
Like you say, it is like I don't necessarily want this to be the solution, because it is very like complex, and I am teaching more towards like beginners, you know. So I don't really want it to be. I wish AdWords had the capability to do what we need to do, but the bottom line is
it's crazy to me that the tool is that complex to spend money with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I get optimizing it, but my God, 9 out of 10 times, the reason the campaign isn't profitable is it wasn't being shown to who the hell you thought it was being shown to. You showed a couple examples today, When you think it's shown to one and it's just not even being shown to that.
That's why it's like when they don't give you some of these, like, why can't you see this and this together, you know? It's like,
yeah.
why can't I see the exact search sometimes, you know, or whatever it is. I mean, I like Google.com for that reason, because you can see, but when you get in some of this audience stuff, you really like, yeah, you can't see as much, you know?
Yeah, hopefully they just get better at it.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm thinking. What do you think if I had to propose that solution to you to make like a campaign? Would I like put it as like you don't have to do it? Yeah, I think that's probably the best route. Say like you don't have to do it this way, but if you really want like every dollar, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't do this way for my SEO company with leads.
My concern with it, Mike, is it's a lot of work to build. It's a hypothesis that it would pan out, and hell, it may be worth trying to see if it does and how much you can save with it, because there is a cost to maintaining all those campaigns. If Vince says, hey, I want you to change out this ad, and like, holy shit, I gotta go update 300 campaigns.
I know, but have you ever seen their Power Editor?
Yeah, I was just thinking it might be able to do that, but
this thing is not simple at all. This thing is like a beast to work with.
Yeah, I haven't used it in years, but
like, dude, look at this. It looks like shit. It's like some like the Stone Age one, you know? But
doing bulk stuff like moving ads around, it does do it.
Yeah, I still honestly haven't. I can't figure this one out yet. I don't know what is going on with all of it, you know. And then you post the changes back up. Also, you can do it with like spreadsheets too. Not sure how easier that'd be, but.
But I'll tell you, the other takeaway is just an observation of, you know, how much you learn from working with clients' money, quite frankly. I wouldn't have the kahunas to blow 35 grand on YouTube ads, you know?
So true.
And to you, like lost 7 grand, like that sucks, right? You feel bad. But if it was your own 7 grand, you'd have probably shut the campaign down when it lost 2. You wouldn't have moved it so far because it was your money. You're too emotionally tied to it. I found that when I was running ads for people, that I think I actually did a better job because I was not emotionally tied to the money. I thought, you know what? They gave me a $3,000 budget. I'm going to do the best I can. If I come up short, I come up short. But if it's my own 3,000, I think if it wasn't working after 2, I'd probably panic and pull the plug on it.
Yeah. There's pros and cons of doing it both ways. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. With yourself, you're super, super careful. When it's others, you're still really careful, but it's not as, the emotional attachment.
Right. So you pick up any new clients lately, or?
Yeah. Sarah's got like 3 clients in the past month.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
How's the staff dealing with them, or do you have to staff up, or how's that going?
No, yeah, we're still doing good. Everyone's doing good. Everyone's just busy. So not
overwhelmed.
Not as much time. But yes.
I can imagine like you get a call now and it's like, oh yeah, great, another client. Like you want the client, you definitely do. But on the flip side, you're like, how are we going to find the time to fulfill?
Dude, one of our clients got hit with the penalty today.
They were
because their markers, the schema markup, it didn't have it actually on the site. So they had Etsy reviews, and then we like put like how many reviews there were on the meta stuff, the structured data, but it wasn't on their site. So we got hit with the manual penalty today. We already reviewed it and stuff and took it off and requested a review, but it's like, that stuff sucks. Yeah. And then a client site was down like at 10 p.m. last night. We're Instagram, Mihai's wife in Romania to get it fixed because one of the sites, and the next morning, it's when this manual penalty got hit. And I tried, it's doing really good. Like one of our main clients.
In SEO.
Yeah, they went from making $3,000 a month to $30,000 a month.
They sell like pipes and stuff.
Yeah, you were talking about them. I'm gonna buy more links and beat those guys out.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's get more links. See?
True. Yep. But I can't believe they got like, so yeah. So I think Gary V said it once, like that we're firefighters as an entrepreneur, just like putting out fires.
Yep, it's like it's just what's going to blow up next. That's totally what it is. Yeah, yeah, that's good news that you guys have a lot of clients. Things are going good.
Yeah, it's going good. Cracking the formula. Dude, don't you think that is a key though? Like the things like, because that's the difference of profitability and not like I couldn't even make it work with refining just one dimension. You have to go 2 dimensions in.
It feels like if you applied the optimizations you've learned now, that it would be profitable. You know,
Yeah.
it feels like you'd come in probably at like the high 20s.
Yeah, and what'd you think of Vince's ad too?
Look, it's working, right? It's working. He definitely
nothing has been tested, which is interesting. Like I like the one, the little more informative ones.
He didn't split test the ad at all. He just threw an ad up there, right?
Correct. Yep, one ad.
Yeah. So obviously, an offer could completely change things, right?
Yeah, or just the communication style. Like I kind of like it where the head ones where they give information. You know, this one was very like just inspirational. But again, I mean, yeah, that did work to some degree. I mean, yeah, with the refinements, it would have been profitable. But yeah, what it could have been, who knows, you know? And then
so
maybe
you would turn his campaign on. Let's say it comes in at $26 a conversion, right?
Yep.
And then you'd say, okay, it would either come in at 26 and spend all the budget, or it would come in at 26 and not be able to spend all the budget, one or the other. And then you would have the new problem.
Yeah, basically the budget is unlimited. So the problem you talk about is like where you aim for almost in a way. Like you just get as much profit as you can. And the budget's just based off if it's making more money, you put more into it too, you know?
Just bleed it out as much as you can.
Right. Like Vince's, I mean, he always like his goal is like how much can he spend? He's like, I want to be spending like 5,000 a day or whatever, you know, or it was like 10,000 a month at first.
Wow.
You know? So yeah, like, but obviously he wants profitability too at the end of the day. He's like, oh yeah, I do need it to be profitable, you know? So, but I haven't even told him about these different refinements, but I don't even know if it's worth it now to like say, hey, you know, I can all these refinements.
I think some of them, and I think just being away from it, Mike, Vince, and all your clients, they don't have time to think of it. So the fact that you're even looking at it, and paying attention about it and offering your expertise is quite enough. That's quite enough.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you even can articulate up any plan, it doesn't matter what it is. Just that you're working on it. That's all they want. That's all they want.
Right. Yep.
To know it's getting done and looked after.
Yeah. So we'll see if that one goes back on. But yeah, structure it definitely, you know, and then use the data to refine it. And yeah, going forward, I think I'm going to try this like way with like the states and stuff in the campaign and see I can build it out so that way I can more easily just turn on and off these different things. And then, yeah, another thing too with like Vince, like I didn't have control of the ad, like creative, plus the landing page, I had no control of either. So I know for like the first like month when he moved to ClickFunnels, it didn't have like the order total or anything. So it really didn't say like how much the book was.
Right.
Very far down and things like that kind of got missed that were, I mean, I guess I wouldn't think that big a deal, but Sarah said she wouldn't buy if there wasn't like an order total, like specifically on there. So I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then like book was spelled wrong for like a few months. So
how would you know how much you're getting charged?
Yeah, exactly. So there was a lot of things like that yeah, so I do still think it's like a 3 approach with all your stuff still lined up, you know. But yeah, I've never seen targeting with those dimensions, like how well you can improve it.
Yeah, it's almost it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
about it.
My brain thinks like someone interested in working out is like just going to be interested in working out, and then like, but like California, Texas, they just convert different. Like, you know, people are different, but it's kind of weird to see like with numbers how different they are, you know.
Well, think about it, Mike. You're interested in working out, right?
Yeah.
Friday night at 2 a.m, after you're probably leaving the bar because you're in your 20s, you're still interested in working out, but you're in no condition to make a purchase decision.
True.
Monday morning, you're getting up, you're ready to start your week.
True. See, that's why time
new.
Yes.
Yeah. Now Monday morning, you see that exact same ad, and you're like, yes, right now I'm starting the week. This is the time. I'm starting a new week, and I'm starting a new thing. I'm starting,
True.
To your point, it's man, it could be a million different things, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely. Now take this into account too, the age. If you're 18 to 25 on Friday at 2 a.m., it's way different. If you're 65 plus at like 2 a.m., you're probably up for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true,
So,
man.
Yeah. Then age group change. Then when on device, depends on which device. You want a desktop, or mobile, so it's then that takes into effect and all that.
Hey, you got my brain going when you said device. So I got a random email from Google, right?
Uh-huh.
And they said, we've assessed your site. It works good on mobile, and we're now going to turn on mobile crawling because that's how everybody looks at the web anyways. And your site's going to be indexed from a mobile point of view.
Oh, yeah. I got tons of those emails.
Right. And I'm like, wow, mobile's that big, huh?
Yeah.
And right before our call, I'm looking at my Google SEO stats. Mike, I am not kidding you, man. 80% of my traffic is mobile. 80%.
Really?
It is just, and I said, God damn, Brian, you always knew mobile was first, but for real, don't even look at your site on a desktop computer. Just don't even do that. Because if you look at your client sites and analytics, and I think you'll see that pattern. It is shocking how many people are using mobile devices now.
True. For Vince's, I think he did have more desktop.
No way. No way.
That's because we targeted them. Yeah, let's see.
I would look at that segment, Mike. Mobile, man. Shit.
Yeah.
You're missing a huge segment.
Yeah, we had 295 for $43 a conversion, and then desktop was 615 conversions at 34. So mobile was 10 times. $10 more.
Okay.
So that's the thing about mobile too. Yes, there's more of them, but they probably don't convert as much. So yes, if you can get it cheaper, that's not always the case too,
Now, when I coded my checkout page, I'm sure ClickFunnels does this. If you name your fields the right way, when they go to hit that credit card field, their phone will pop up their credit card information. They hit one button and it fills it all in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier. I know, mobile checkout still a problem.
True. Yeah. But then I was thinking retargeting. If they saw the ad on mobile, then the next time they're on desktop, whatever video they're on, to hit them again with an ad.
Yeah.
That way they can buy on desktop.
I'd look at, well, you don't have any control over it, but really look hard at Vince's stuff in mobile and make sure it looks good. If it doesn't, what are you going to do? But
right. No, I did check it. One time it was missing the order form button.
I just think myself personally, I watch YouTube way more on a mobile device than on a desktop. I'm hardly ever watch it on a desktop. Hardly ever.
What do you fill out forms more, on your mobile or your desktop?
If it was something I was interested in, it really wouldn't make much of a difference.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it would make that much. In fact, I think most people are pretty used to filling stuff out in their phone now. As much of a pain in the ass as it is, I think the forms are pretty automated. It's really the content. If I was watching a Tony Robbins video on my cell phone and he had some really great offer to go sign up for in it, and I clicked it, yeah. I'm just thinking, Mike, I never see ads because I have YouTube Red.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird, yeah.
I just never see ads, so I can't even answer that question. I've never seen an ad on YouTube on my phone.
That's crazy.
It's worth the $10 a month. So I would never see your ads. It just occurred to me.
Wow, that's crazy, yeah. The whole thing could be wiped away if enough people get that.
They won't. Don't worry.
I hope not. I hope that, yeah, that offer goes away soon.
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
sure they're making more on the ads, I'm sure.
Yep. Always have more than one traffic source too.
Yep. That's my next thing to work on, right?
Yep.
Yep.
More legs, more structure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was that. Do you think that's valuable to share that kind of stuff in the book? Like the different stuff to look at for Friday and stuff?
Yeah, I think the fact that you have data to show, the fact that you spent $35,000 and lost 7 and can explain why, I think it's hugely valuable because I don't have to spend that money, right?
True. Dude, and when I looked at my old stuff, like I wasn't even close to even looking at locations or days or hours, let alone together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You just got so much more experience at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I bet your stuff too, you could see like tons of stuff you can improve with that way too, like stuff that wasn't profitable. But if you look at if they were a parent or not a parent, you'd see way difference in conversion. Same with ages. Then you can just do those.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
I almost like, I'm almost in the camp of, if it's going to take me 100 hours to learn Google Ads, right?
Right.
Then why not just put the 100 hours into SEO? You know what I'm saying? Or put it into free tactics, because I'm spending money with them and I'm having to learn this tool.
I guess that's why
I see the other side of it. I see the other side of it, that if you can't pay for ads and convert, then you don't really have a business. I get that. I get that saying, why people would say that. Because the fact is, if you can make Vince's ads profitable on YouTube, he can pick it up, that same campaign, and take it to Facebook or Twitter or any other ad platform, and it has a reasonable shot of succeeding.
Right. Yep.
So
it produced similar numbers. The value, the average cart value was a little bit lower on Facebook than on YouTube, which I looked at recently, but I don't know the exact cost. I think it was like a few dollars higher on average. It was like $43 or something.
Yeah.
Cost per book sale. But yeah, they used the same video and then like different, obviously, copy text for Facebook. They ran it for a while there on Facebook. But I was surprised YouTube did beat out Facebook in cost per conversion.
That's good.
That's good. Yep. But at the end of the day, they both weren't profitable. So, but now with these refinements, I don't even know if people look at this kind of stuff on different days on Facebook or anything. A lot of these lessons I feel like can be applied to other targeting platforms too. But I'm not sure if Facebook gives you that.
I can tell you Facebook's more like, you just leave it to us. We'll find, you tell us you want cost per conversion.
The AdWords does not have that. Like,
yeah, we'll find you the lowest cost per conversion. That's what they do.
We need to make that for AdWords, I think. That software, like literally.
It'd be millions.
Because there is rule, you know, about scripts.
Everybody
and then,
needs that.
You said about rules.
Yeah, but that's how Facebook works, is you just say, get me the lowest cost per conversion, and that's what they try to do.
Wow. So we need to build a platform on top of that to analyze for all these different dimensions.
That's basically what Facebook's doing under the hood, right?
Yeah, true, because they know your exact age, all your likes. Wow.
They know too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you leave it up to that machine tool, you're always at the mercy of that machine's tool, because you don't know any parameters.
Totally.
But if you had something to use all this stuff, but like a third-party thing on top of it that I could create, could be onto a software idea.
Could be.
Yep. Could you build it?
I don't know. I'm sure I could build it, whatever it is. Yeah.
Wow. How long would it take you to build?
Millions.
How long would it take you to build like a software that would like look at all these things? Scripts for AdWords.
Well, just to build a basic one's probably not very long, but you're talking about having to build like an algorithm that works and test it, right?
Yeah.
That's the part that takes a long time. The exact thing you're doing. The exact thing you're doing.
Wow.
It's just really dialing in like what works and what doesn't work and what you should look at and not look at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. And a mass campaign builder. to build tons of them.
Right.
I think there is like stuff out there like that though.
There definitely is. I know there's software out there.
There is. I never looked at it. I was surprised at all the stuff. So a lot of it's expensive too.
Oh yeah, you're dealing with people spending like your Charity Motors guys, 50 G's a month on AdWords, right? Yeah, 10 grand a day. They can spend 1,000, 2,000, 5 grand a month on a tool.
True. One tool said like 3% of ad spend or something. I was like, yeah, right. Like that's just so like unmotivating to spend more money.
Right.
You know?
Right. Sounds good till you do the math.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, well, I'm glad that you got some value out of this. Yeah, it's going to go in the book. I'm going to do my best to explain it. I'm not sure how, like with these, each data would be like 1 page, you know, but I think
once you learn more, just distill it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then explain people can make this campaign if they want to do that style. Yeah. It's going to be done soon. So
cool.
Other than that, that's it. That's all I got. Anything else, Brian?
No, I think this is a good call. I think you covered a lot of, I got three insights. Add the 1-minute video at the end to boost conversions from 90 to 30. Sometimes when you run your campaigns, don't put a companion banner, right?
Yep.
And Google can count too many conversions and make the numbers look better than they actually are. Those are my 3 insights, Mike.
Wow. Yeah. Segment.
Yep. Check your segments. Yep.
That's
so probably good spot to end it here, eh?
Yep. 4th insight is dimensions.
Dimensions. That was it. Yep. That was the other one.
And looking at those certain things. Be honest. Do you ever look at the day? Do you refine by day ever?
No. And my problem in my case was I just didn't have enough volume to get that far. My entire space of anything, it was like remotely profitable. Just, I didn't have enough conversions to get that far. I guess my problem at the end of the day, I couldn't spend the 30 grand to get enough conversions to optimize where you're at, right? I spent like 6.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you did, like, there's a thing you can do that says like your display share lost, so yours would be like search share display lost. Do you ever look at that? Because sometimes I found like I wasn't getting all the traffic for it.
Yeah, so I would have like I don't know, 60%, and I'd have a $3 bid.
Okay.
Right? And it'd be like barely profitable. And so what am I going to do? Increase the bid to get more market share and make it not profitable?
True.
Just like, so then I lower my bid and get no market share?
True.
So that was my problem, just not enough search volume.
True. Then if you refine by the demographics, then in theory, then you would refine it more down, but then you would spend more to get more. So not necessarily you would make more still.
Right.
Like just in general, nothing to do with the tool. It would just be your market in general. It's too small.
Yeah, and I would argue that if I had to buy the same traffic I'm getting for free, it would not be profitable. But because I'm getting it for free, it's profitable. Does that make sense?
It does. And you tried remarketing?
A little bit. I could probably do better with it.
With video remarketing, you did one, right?
Yeah, I did a video. I turned it on for remarketing, and Google, showed it in all the wrong spots. And my wife is just like, just stop, just shut it down.
True. Another thing too is I remember I saw your ad. That was like a big time. I learned about impression, and that's another thing too that I can show in the data too, is that like the amount of times actually affected it. Like it seemed to be more profitable because in the beginning I had a campaign that was doing like $13 a book sale, and it had, if book buyers, it eliminated them, and then also people that already converted or already saw the ad, which was way better.
Already saw the ad.
Yeah, and then I took it off, and then it converted worse. But again, a few different elements changed, but I forgot to add the exclusion. So then I was showing all the book buyers again too, though. I mean, maybe some, but it was like a 1.5 impression. So the average would see like 1.5. It went from like 1 to 1.5. So so people would see it. I remember with your ad, I literally would see it like 10 times. And
then you hate me, yeah.
Yeah, then it was.
Yeah, they don't know, yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to refine it different, but because you're paying for them each time, I wonder if it is more profitable just showing them once. Because then every time they're saying no again. I guess why would they watch the same ad, I guess, again? I like hitting with different ads if I'm going to do remarketing, you know, because you can do sequence targeting. Saw this ad, then this ad. If anything, you should still make like separate videos, like 1, 2, and 3, even if they're the same. That way you can specifically see what number they buy on or don't buy on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be cool. Think about TV commercials, right? It's repetition over and over and over and over and over. They work on that.
Like, is this, I wonder too, because I mean, a lot of like with all our leads for the SEO stuff, it was just because they're on a certain video. So they see that ad once and then they never see it again. And
oh, I see. Where with remarketing, you do have the ability to keep blitzing them every day.
You do, yeah, but we haven't really found that to be successful because remarketing is actually sometimes like more expensive than even like the original click too. You would think it would be less, which is really weird. I don't know if you saw it because there's just so many advertisers out there. If they took this action, there's probably so many people targeting them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you have high value people coming to your site that everyone's competing for, it will be more expensive.
Right. If they filled out our SEO form, probably
should convert a lot better. I mean, my strategy going into paid ads would be to start with remarketing. And if you can't get it to work with remarketing, don't even point it at cold. Like you're killing, you're just a fool.
Yeah, I think that's a false belief too, that I proved with Vince's, but it's not always true with the case. So Vince is very like polarizing. You either like him or don't like him. So his remarketing based off all his YouTube viewers actually performed worse than cold traffic. But I recently worked with a guy who who does the ads for Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor has like 350,000 subscribers, and he remarkets to anyone who saw any one of his videos, and he does very well. It's an entire thing. So it really just depends with either Vince's whatever reason. It's like maybe old videos of his, or because he has tons of them out, or they didn't really like what he said, or it's just that market and just attracts so many different people. So, or like the quality or certain videos or something, you know, I didn't analyze every single one of his like 900 videos, but his remarketing traffic didn't actually convert better. And while cold converted, you know, pretty decently. That was all cold traffic. Like none of it is warm. So it's all a test, like for each market. Like for Vince's, yeah, the no campaign banner did better, but then this other guy I'm doing ads for, Yuri, I tried the exact same thing and it didn't convert. Like that's why I'm like all these metrics that I found, like different days and hours are probably different. I mean, I know they're different on someone else's account, you know, they have all different targeting and different buyers to some degree or whatever. I'm sure there's generality, but that's why you have to have that system to see all these things. But yeah, way more variation than I would have thought. But in theory, yeah, you can optimize for all this stuff. And I think that's like a whole scientific thing, but I think it's worth it at the end, you know? But yeah, you got to make it into a simple system for sure. That's why I want to make it into like a simple system, you know, like drop down these, do this, do this, do this. And then, you know, you refine it. And if you can't do it off that, then game over, you know?
Yeah.
Or something to test. But some sort of model, simple, keeping it simple.
I agree.
Well, it's late, so I guess we'll end it. No,
all right, till next week, guys.
Later, guys. Cheers. Hope you got tons of value out of it. Pick up my new book. My voice is going out. Too bad it's a Profit Playbook. That stuff, it's all in here and being put in here right now. Literally, I'm like writing the book as it. And like I even wrote something the other day, and then I realized you can't even do that thing anymore. So I had to go like remove that paragraph. And we're just changing that fast right now. It's crazy.
Living document.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be endless. Yeah, but their shit is changing all the time. All right, guys, we'll take it easy. See ya. See Brian.